This month we are talking about wellness and creating a path to a healthy and fulfilling life. But it all starts in your own body and you have control over this. Yoga and meditation can reduce stress, can help you focus, and can make you feel happier. You know, we are overloaded on impulses all the time, and it is important to recover our body and mind. That's why I asked my friend Julia to come help me today to work on our meditation and breathwork. Even if you do this 10 minutes every day, you will feel mentally and physically much stronger. So come join us.
Okay, so come to sit on your block in Virasana, Hero's Pose. Your knees are together and the edges of your feet should be touching the block. Hands can rest on the thighs, palms facing up, and close your eyes. Start to pay attention to your breathing. Breathe in through your nose, keeping your mouth closed, and breathe deep into your belly, letting your belly expand with each inhale and flatten with each exhale. See if you can slow your breath down a little bit. And then reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Grow a couple inches taller if you can, and let your shoulders just effortlessly hang down your back. We'll start with a little breathing exercise. It's called equal parts breathing. So we're going to breathe in, then hold the breath, then breathe out, and then hold the breath on empty. And each of those take 4 seconds. So go ahead and clear all the air out of your lungs. And start by inhaling for 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold the breath empty for 2, 3, 4. In through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out through the nose. 2, 3, 4. And hold the breath on empty. 2, 3, 4. And then just let the breath go, return to its natural rhythm. And then slowly flutter the eyes open. And take a moment to notice how you feel now as opposed to before we started the breathing exercise. And then you can go ahead and move your block off to the side and meet me in tabletop position, hands and knees. So check in quickly with your alignment. Your hands should be directly underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. And if you want, you can take your block to measure out 90-degree angles. We're going to start by doing some cats and cows. So breathe in to arch the back, look up. Breathe out, round the spine, look at your belly button, tuck your tail. Breathe in, look up, arch the back. And breathe out, round the spine, look at your belly button. And just keep going with this on your own pace, breathing in and breathing out to round the spine. And this is just to warm up the body, introduce some movement into the spine. So just take it on your own pace and do whatever feels good to you. We'll come to a stop in the center. And then on the inhale, you're going to lift your right hand up towards the ceiling, twist open. Exhale, thread it underneath your left armpit. Your right ear can come to the mat. You can walk your left fingertips out in front of you, so extend your left arm. And use the leverage between your right arm and the floor to revolve yourself further open towards the ceiling. Left hand comes back underneath the shoulder. Twist your right hand open towards the sky and place it back down on the mat. We'll do one round of CatCow to flush it out. So breathe in, arch the back, look up. Breathe out, round the spine, look at your belly button. And other side, breathe in to lift the left hand up towards the sky, twist open. Exhale, thread it underneath your shoulder. Left ear finds the mat. Your right fingertips can walk out in front of you. Make sure to keep your hips square here, so you might have to pull your right hip back a little bit, and that'll actually allow you to twist yourself further open towards the ceiling. Right hand comes back underneath the shoulder. Inhale to unravel yourself. And exhale, place the hands back down. From here, you're going to walk your hands about a palm print further in front of you. Tuck the toes and shift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Good. And this is the first down dog of the day, so it might feel a bit stiff. That's okay. You can just pedal it out, navigate this pose, and just do whatever you need to do to kind of get into it. And then make sure to keep a micro bend in your knees at all times. It's not about straightening your legs or getting your heels to the floor. It's more about sticking your tailbone up towards the sky as far as you can. Then inhale shifts you forward to plank pose. You might have to adjust your feet a little bit. And this is actually, no, it's good. This is a measure for how long your down dog should be. So from here, bend your knees, shift your hips up and back, down dog. One more time, inhale, shift you forward to plank. Exhale, bend the knees, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. And exhale, down dog. And then on the next inhale, you're going to shift forward to plank again, and then go past your plank into an upward facing dog, keeping the toes tucked. Nice. From here, bend the knees, downward facing dog. And then start to walk your feet towards your hands until you find yourself in a forward fold on the top of your mat. Measure out hips width distance between your feet. So you can put two fists in between the arches of your feet, and that should be the distance of your feet. Yeah, perfect. And then just hang here, let your head hang heavy. You can grab for opposite elbows, sway a little bit from side to side. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. And just let this feel good. And then we're gonna roll up the spine as slowly as we can. So vertebrae by vertebrae, let it come from your lower body, and your head is the last thing to come up. Until you find yourself in mountain pose, Tadasana. From here, on the next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up towards the sky, look up, and then you're gonna grab hold of your left wrist with your right arm, put a bend in your right knee, and pull yourself up and over towards the right side. Look up underneath your left armpit, and feel an opening throughout the entire left side body, the rib cage, the armpit. Come back to center. Stretch yourself up as tall as you can, and then switch sides. Pull yourself over towards the left, looking up underneath your right armpit. You're my favorite. It's nice, no? I love this one. Come back to center. Hook your thumbs and stretch yourself up as far as you can to the ceiling. Then on the exhale, let it go, forward fold. Place your hands on the mat and step your way back to plank pose. From here, bend the knees, shift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Then on the inhale, you're gonna lift your right leg up and back, so you're in a three-legged dog. And then step it forward in between your hands. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes, and then the inhale lifts you up and back to Anjaneyasana, low lunge. You can grab for opposite elbows here, make a frame for your face, and just find a little back bend in this pose. Hands come back down to the mat, tuck the back toes, and then step back to downward facing dog. We're gonna repeat that on the left. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back. Step it forward in between your hands. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes, and rise up to Anjaneyasana. Grab for opposite elbows, so the other forearm is on top. Then hands come back down to the mat, tuck the back toes, and step back to downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna shift forward to plank pose, and then a little strength exercise. You're gonna lower yourself down all the way to your belly in 5 seconds. So bending the elbows straight back, go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was hard.
Is what it's telling you.
Okay, so make a little pillow for your face here and just rest for a couple cycles of breath. And then from here, you're gonna extend your right arm long out to the side. Bend the elbow so your arm is like a cactus shape. And move it up a couple inches so your elbow is a little bit higher than your armpit. And then you're going to use your left fingertips to push yourself and roll on top of your right elbow, planting the left foot down behind your right leg. So you should feel a nice opening in your pec muscles. This is a great pose for posture. I personally really love it. You can do it standing up against a wall as well.
Oh, this is a very deep stretch in the shoulders.
It's very intense. So don't feel pressure to go all the way if it's the first time you're doing it. But you'll get better and better the more you repeat it. So roll back to center. We'll do that on the other side. So cactus your left arm out. Use your right fingertips to roll yourself on top of your left shoulder. So this is a great one if you work out a lot. If you train your arms and you do push-ups, your pec muscles can get really tight. So it's good to do this exercise daily to just sort of open that all up. And roll back to center. And use both hands to push yourself back into child's pose. Take one deep inhale here. And on the exhale, shift forward to hands and knees. And then you're going to make your way onto your back. So just lie flat on your back. Good. Pull your right knee into your chest. Give it a big squeeze and try and avoid your rib cage. So pull it over slightly more towards the right. And then drop it over to the left, come into spinal twist. So your right arm can extend out to the right. You can look over your right shoulder. Your knee doesn't have to touch the ground. You don't have to go all the way. Come back to center. Give your knee one last squeeze and switch side. Pull your left knee into your chest. And go ahead and drop it over towards the right. Extend the left arm out. Look over your left shoulder. And come back to center. Give it one last squeeze. And then lower your leg down, rest in Shavasana. Just try to come back to your breath again. And try to really feel the weight of your body being held up by the mat. You're done, you can let go. Try to relax the skin on your forehead. Relax your eyes in their eye sockets. Relax your tongue in your mouth. Unclench your jaw, maybe swallow a couple times. And then when you're ready, start to bring some movement back into the toes and the fingertips. Maybe roll your head from side to side. And then slowly, keeping the eyes shut, roll over onto your right side. Pull your knees into your chest and rest in fetal position. And when you're ready, you can use your left hand to press yourself all the way up to sit. Come to sit cross-legged or in Virasana, however you want. Bring your palms together at heart center. Bow your chin into your chest. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you. Oh, I really feel like my whole body, like we only did like 15 minutes, but
Yeah.
I feel my whole body is like...
I know, and 15 minutes is really enough. Like if you're short on time and you do this in the morning before you go to work, it's already, you know, you can tell the difference. Like
You can definitely tell the difference. Yeah. It's and I feel every level can do this. Like it's for
true.
beginners. I used to do yoga a lot. I haven't done it in a while, and yeah, this feels really good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's important also to remember if the poses feel hard or something, you can just, you don't have to go all the way. You can go, 75%. So just go easy on yourself, and flexibility will come with repetition.
Exactly. So yeah, guys, leave a comment below if you would like to see more yoga videos or other workout things, and also give this video a big thumbs up, and we'll see you guys next time.